Welcome to this week's Q&A with Rich Gaspari and Neil Hill. This week, we have Scott Razardy from Minersville, Pennsylvania, asking a question, basically, being an average trainer with half-decent genetics, what would the frequency be for hitting body parts, once, twice, or every 4 to 5 days? Also, what kind of splits would you recommend? What do you think, Neil?
Myself, I've got a personal preference of training each muscle group once a week, Rich, myself, irrespective really on their time that they've been in the gym, whether they're obviously first-timers, intermediates, etc. As far as the training splits are concerned, you know, I like to sort of do different sort of splits. So maybe for 2 months I might run back and biceps together, one day chest and triceps together, another day legs on their own and shoulders and calves together. Might run with that for about sort of 2 or 3 months, and then I'll actually change it around. I might just do arms together as a muscle group, chest on its own, back on its own, legs on its own, and I'll actually bring calves in with maybe a shoulder session.
Neil, you know, it's funny you talk about, like, back when I trained in the late 80s, we followed the splits that Arnold did, and we trained, well, off season, I would gain my size training my body parts once a week. And then pre-contest, for the 12 weeks getting ready for a show, I actually did double splits, training my whole body in 3 days and then repeating it again. And back then, I mean, I competed at a body weight between 212 and 218. And I know today that if I would have cut back on my training my body parts once a week, getting into a pre-contest mode, I probably would have been a lot bigger like today's bodybuilders.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, back then, Rich, obviously the emphasis was that you would do very much what you know, the pioneers, or like at the time, sort of Arnold was dominating the stage, etc. And it would just be sort of human nature to follow the patterns of what they actually did.
Definitely.
And I feel that their sport has sort of generated and gone bigger as far as the guys, as far as their muscle mass is concerned, because they have been backing away from the training.
Cutting back on training, being able to keep that lean muscle mass that they gained in the off season.
That's right, most definitely. I mean, you're gaining all that muscle tissue in the off season. You don't want to sort of, you know, cannibalize it coming into contest by any means.
That's a great question.